Good morning students, I am Nirmal Sharma. Today I am going to explain you the second poem of Bihai book. The name of the poem is Wind. It is written by Subramaniam Bharati. The poem Wind, composed by Subramaniam Bharati, draws up a graphic account of the wind. The poet tries to tell the wind to slow down. The poet has drawn a living picture of the wind which makes fun of weak people or things. So he suggests that one should be strong physically and mentally. Actually, the wind is a symbol of the difficulties or obstacles humans have to face in their lives. Okay students, now I am going to explain you the complete poem through stanza wise. The first stanza is Wind, come softly, don't break the shutters of the windows, don't scatter the papers, don't throw down the books on the shelf. In these lines, the poet seems to be talking to the wind and requesting it to blow softly. The wind, in its fury, is breaking down the shutters of the windows. He asks the wind not to do so. When the wind blows, it scatters papers and throws books down from the shelves in which they are kept. Papers and books need to be kept properly organized in a neat manner, and therefore the poet doesn't want the wind to scatter them. It may be that since he is a writer, the papers and books are important to him and so doesn't want the wind to disorganize things. The second stanza of the poem is There, look what you did. You threw them all down. You tore the pages of the books. You brought rain again. The poet now seems to be annoyed with the wind. He points to the scattered papers and the fallen books on the floor. All this is the result of the wind's fury. He tells it to see the mess it has created and holds the wind responsible for it. The wind blew with such a mighty force that it has torn the pages out of the books as well. He accuses the wind of having brought even the rain with itself. The third stanza of the poem is You are very clever at poking fun at weaklings, frail, crumbling houses, crumbling doors, crumbling rafters, crumbling wood, crumbling bodies, crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. The wind god winnows and crushes them all. The poet continues to talk to the wind. His tone and manner have changed again. He feels that the wind enjoys playing pranks on those who it finds are meek and are too mild to protest against its ferocity. The wind tears down the doors, the rafters, and at times an entire wooden house. It takes away all the protection they were getting them from the roof and the walls that had sheltered them from the harsh outside world. The poet also refers to the hidden symbolic meaning that unfolds itself when we think proverbially and metaphorically. The wind symbolizes troubles when it blows strongly and suddenly, leaving a trail of disaster in one's life, and then leaves as suddenly as it came. It is capable of tormenting and tearing down weak bodies and hearts and leave a person crushed and hopeless. The poet now addresses the wind as some kind of a god who acts like a winnow and crushes them all. The fourth stanza of the poem is He won't do what you tell him, so come let's build strong homes. Let's join the doors firmly. At this point, we find a change in the poet's attitude. Instead of talking to the wind, he turns to the reader and tells them to act wisely because the wind has a mind of its own and doesn't listen to what others have to say. Hence, it is futile to pray to the wind god or to make any appeal not to do what it is bent on doing. Instead, we should make our own homes with a strong foundation and strong doors so that the stormy winds cannot penetrate them. The implied meaning is that we need to develop a strong personality right from our childhood so that we do not get unnerved by any outside turbulence. The fifth stanza of the poem is: practice to firm the body, make the heart steadfast. Do this, and the wind will be friends with us. In these lines, the poet tells us other ways by which we can save and protect ourselves from the wind. We need to make ourselves strong, both mentally and physically, to face the onslaught of the wind. We need to build a strong heart which can withstand the pressure of the wind. Once we can resist all pressures and prove to the wind that it cannot be victorious against our strong might and determination, we will change our attitude towards the wind. We will no longer consider it our enemy. The wind can then become our friend. The sixth stanza of the poem is: the wind blows out weak fires, he makes strong fires roar and flourish. In these lines, the poet describes both the good and the bad effects of the wind. He gives an example of the ill effects which it can cause. It can blow out a fire if it is weak, and if the fire is strong, then it doesn't blow it out. Rather, it makes it more fierce and strong. Therefore, the poet says the wind can nurture the strength of a person. Metaphorically, it means that a strong and brave person who can face challenges boldly only becomes stronger if he faces even tougher challenges in life. And the last stanza of the poem is: his friendship is good, we praise him every day. After weighing the good and the bad effects of the wind, the poet reaches a conclusion that if we are strong, then the wind acts as a good friend and will aid and increase our strength. He says that we should sing songs in praise of the wind each day. In this way, the poet may be trying to be a little cautious in that he should neither overestimate nor underestimate his strength, and nor should he show any arrogance in his attitude towards the wind god. So now students, I sum up the whole poem in Hindi. विंड कविता में कवि ने एक बड़ा ही इम्पोर्टेंट मैसेज दिया है। इसमें पोएट हवा से धीरे धीरे बहने के लिए कहता है। हवा जो कि चीज़ों को इधर उधर फेंक देती है, किताबों को शेल्फ से नीचे फेंक देती है और बुक्स के जो पेजेस हैं उनको फाड़ देती है और उसके बाद वो बारिश ले आती है। कवि इन चीज़ों से हवा को आने से मना करता है। हवा जो कि कमज़ोर वस्तुओं का मजाक उड़ाती है, लेकिन मजबूत घरों और मजबूत दरवाज़ों का कोई नुकसान नहीं पहुंचा सकती। इसलिए कवि यहाँ एक और मैसेज देता है, मजबूत चीज़ें और मजबूत दिल इस द्वारा हानि नहीं पहुंचाए जा सकते। यदि हम चीज़ों को मजबूत बनाते हैं तो हवा उन्हें कोई नुकसान नहीं पहुंचा सकती। हवा हमारी मित्र होगी, हमारी फ्रेंड होगी और इसके ओपोजिट हवा मजबूत आग को चिल्लाने और बढ़ने के लिए प्रेरित करती है। हवा से हमारी फ्रेंडशिप अच्छी होगी और इसका मीनिंग ये है कि प्रत्येक मनुष्य को अपने जीवन के हर क्षेत्र में मजबूत रहना चाहिए उस अवस्था में कोई भी उसे नुकसान नहीं पहुंचा सकता। मजबूत अगर हैं हम तो हमारी जो लॉस है, हमारी जो हानि है वो बहुत कम होगी और सभी हमारे मित्र बनेंगे, सभी हमारे दोस्त बनेंगे। इसलिए यहाँ पर कवि इस पोएम के थ्रू यही मैसेज देना चाहता है कि अगर हम स्ट्रॉन्ग हैं तो हवा भी हमारी दोस्त बनेगी। थैंक यू स्टूडेंट्स, हैव अ नाइस डे, स्टे होम, स्टे सेफ।